Hey guys, it's Anna here from girlsonkey.com. We provide opportunities for women and non-binary poets. Today we're talking about how to beat writer's block, the 5 creativity killers. So if you want to find out how to beat writer's block, let's crack into it. Hi everyone, so we're talking about how to beat writer's block today. There are many types of writer's block. First of all, you have to identify what type of writer's block you are experiencing. Is it a lack of ideas? Is it a lack of motivation to actually write? Is it that you're struggling with a piece that you've already been working on and you're not sure how to take it to the next stage? Or is it something else? So first of all, identify what kind of writer's block you are experiencing. And now we're going to talk about the 5 top creativity killers that might be causing some of these things. So number 1 is stress. Now I'm sure all of you in your life have different stressors that can cause you to have less time to do your work and more pressure in your life. And so one of the things that psychologists have found is when you are in fight or flight mode, your body responds by shutting down the executive function of your brain, which means that when you are highly stressed, when you're in a situation where your body thinks that there is a threat, then you are less likely to be able to think at a higher level and to create. So what I would like you to do, if you're experiencing high stress and that's one of the things that's causing your writer's block, maybe write down on a page what are the top stressors that you are experiencing. Number 1, it could be lack of finances. Number 2, it could be lack of sleep. 3, your environment. 4, your lifestyle. What are the top stressors for you, the top 5? So write those down. Now under each one, I want you to identify one thing that you can do to reduce stress in this area. Now I'm going to talk in quite a holistic way in this video because I believe that you as a writer are your best asset when it comes to your writing. So taking care of you will mean that your writing will flow and you will improve your writer's block. So number 1 was stress. The second biggest creativity killer is lack of self-care. Now, I know that there are certain things that come up in life where if we experience illness or injury or other life circumstances, then we aren't sometimes able to take care of ourselves in the best way. But other times, yeah, you know what I'm going to say, don't you? And I'm preaching to myself here just as much. So there are times in our lives where we need to think about, are we in balance? Are there things that we need to shift? Do we need to get more sleep? Do we need to get up earlier or go to bed earlier in order to have more energy to do the things that we want? Now I'm going to, say obviously the E word, exercise and healthy eating. And I know you think, oh, I don't want to know that. But it does make a difference because if you are eating healthy, if you're exercising, you'll have less stress, you'll feel more confident and good about yourself, and you will also have more energy. So all of these things are going to contribute to helping you to feel like you're oiling the machine and you're raring to go, firing on all cylinders for your goals. So number 1 was stress. Number 2 was lack of self-care, thinking about your self-care. Number 3 is an empty well. Now Julia Cameron, who wrote The Artist's Way, talks about going on an artist date, whether that's once a week, once a month, taking yourself somewhere like a museum or an art gallery or somewhere where you can fuel your creativity and do the things that make your artist, your inner artist, feel good. And those things, if you're filling the well, then you're going to have more inspiration to draw from. If you're not out there living, if you're just at home and you're not getting out there and experiencing life, you're not going to have much in order to draw from when it comes to sitting down at the page and trying to write. So you can't just draw inspiration out of nowhere. I mean, you can. If you're a magician, some people can, some people just have inspiration flowing, but if you're not and you're wondering why, that might be one of the reasons that you need to go away, you need to have a holiday, maybe go for a walk even just around your neighborhood. It doesn't have to be complicated or expensive, it can be simple. So just as easy as maybe visiting a friend, making a beautiful meal, having a walk, whatever it is, go to the museum, go to the art gallery, go to a music gig, whatever makes you feel happy and whatever inspires your inner artist. So make that a date with yourself and make it intentional. I've put a link below to Julia Cameron's book, which is such a fantastic book. You can work through it with friends, and it really unlocks some of the inner artist and talks about some of the issues that artists face on their creative journey. So I really couldn't recommend it highly enough. That book has changed my life. And one of the things, yes, so remember, is to fill the well. So number 4, creativity killers, is self-criticism and grief. Now, it might seem a bit strange, but sometimes when we, if say, for example, our poem didn't get published in the journal that we wanted, or people said a nasty comment about us on YouTube, somebody criticized your work, an editor asked you to change something and you took it as a criticism, any of that stuff can stop you from moving ahead and from keeping on with your work. Now, if you want to write down maybe what are some of the things that have happened to you in the past in your work, has someone offended you or made a comment that really stung and stopped you from being free to express yourself. And now I want you to think about maybe just take that and think about letting it go. So if you want to make some kind of ritual for yourself or write it down in a journal, and then decide that you're going to move on from it. If you need to talk to someone, maybe do that to the person involved, or think about what was said, even though it hurt. Maybe think about it, what it was, and then think about how you can release it, because that will block you. It will stop you from moving forward. And number 5, the last thing, is a lack of planning. So if you what's the saying? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So if you don't have a plan for intentionally carving out time for your writing, or a space for yourself, or having the right tools and environment, then it might be more difficult to actually write. So think about the way that you set up your space. Is it ideal? Are you cramped? Does it have light? Does it have plants? Does it have something that will inspire you? So think about your environment and your space. Be intentional about planning how you're going to create that. And you can create it in any way you want. You can make a vision board. You could decorate, and it doesn't have to be expensive. It just takes a little bit of thought and a little bit of intentionality. And so, yeah, think about your space and then plan your time. So think about if you really do want to write and it's something that you really want to do, you will make time for it. You might have to sacrifice in other areas. You might have to get up slightly earlier. You might have to go to bed later, whatever it is. And it doesn't have to be hours a day of writing, just as long as you carve out time for yourself to actually sit with your work and to do it. So those are the top 5 creativity killers, and hopefully once you've identified some of those, you'll be able to weed them out of your life so you can actually feel like you're less blocked. So if you have any thoughts on those or any others that you'd like to add, please put them in the comments below, and I'm happy to do more videos if there's something specific that you want to talk about or an issue that you're having. So that was how to beat writer's block, 5 creativity killers: stress, lack of self-care, empty well, criticism, and lack of planning. So hopefully some of those will resonate, and you can kind of look for yourself at how to weed them out of your life so that you suffer from less writer's block and the words are flowing and you're all good. So thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this content.